Hey, thank you very much, Michael, and thanks again for the event you're setting up out in Nigeria. Uh, so what I'm doing today is I'm going to record part of my uh, answers that were not recorded in audio in our last conversation. Uh, we had a discussion with Muyiwa Lucas, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and answer some of the questions so that Michael, you can use those in what you are going to do today. So the first question from Muyiwa was a quick preview of REBP. Real estate, African Real Estate Blog Post basically is a mentorship program. It started as a mentorship program for real estate journalism, journalism students across the continent who would be able to go to the media houses, the newsrooms when they're ready, do stories that are well done in real estate, in the sense of the aspect of real estate, because as we all know, real estate is the backbone of any economy. And if we don't take control of our own real estate in the continent of Africa, we will continue being ripped off by the foreign countries and our economies will be controlled forever. So it's about time for us to control our own destiny, our own real estate, and that can only be done starting by giving the real estate knowledge through budding or upcoming journalists. Now, that was the basis of what we were doing. As we were doing this, we put together teams, various teams in various countries, in 19 countries, as a matter of fact, in Africa, whereby we had many different real estate professionals join our team to help us mentor these young folks. We have real estate lawyers, surveyors, and so on, including senior government officials in some other countries, in ministries of lands and housing and so forth and so on. By doing so, it was important that we keep on bringing in people, speakers, and so forth, and resources, so to speak, to not only our students, but also our journalists, because the mentorship program is done this way. We have journalism students from various universities across the continent. We have senior journalists from media houses across the continent, TV, radio, newspaper, and so on and so forth. And we also have journalists from outside the US, including here in the US and Europe as well. We also have journalism lecturers from across the world. We have many from universities here in the US. We are partnering with 22 universities here, but we have many from many other African universities. So by doing so, what we do is we bring resources from various places and have journalists, experienced journalists, real estate practitioners, uh, professors in journalism, professors in real estate, speakers in real estate, and so forth come and speak. Now, as we've been doing this for the past many months, Michael came up with a brilliant idea. Michael and Chioma came up with a brilliant idea that it was important because Nigeria is at the cutting edge of real estate, and the real estate market is extremely hot out there. Came up with an idea that we should do an event specifically for the Nigerian marketplace, for the a Nigerian who is interested in buying real estate, for a Nigerian who is, interested in investing in real estate, and so forth and so on. So that's what this is all about, and that's what real estate, Africa Real Estate Blog Post is. Now, these young folks, students, they do, once they learn whatever they're learning, they do write stories about real estate on the blog post called realestateblogpost.com, where we have stories from Nigeria, Ghana, Zambia, Zimbabwe, I believe Malawi, Tanzania, Kenya, and so on and so forth. So that's what we are. Now, the second question, which was directed to Michael, but I jumped in a little bit, is about the event that is coming. The upcoming event is basically going to talk a little bit about the media and journalism. Media or journalism and real estate. and ways that a big time investor, for example, can leverage the media to grow their real estate business. But also the role of the media in streamlining and helping educate people about real estate, which is critically important. This is going to be done from a local perspective, a Nigerian perspective by Muyiwa Lucas, but we're going to get an international perspective from Vincent Makori, the managing editor of Voice of America. The third aspect that we're going to have talked about, the second aspect I would say that we have talked about would be real estate transactions and ways to do your transactions in, so that your deal is acceptable to not only local investors but also to international investors. Remember, in real estate, there are a few things they talk about: location, location, and location. That is very critical. But number two, the way you structure your deal is what determines the investment you get. Unfortunately, in Africa, the deals that we structure are very poorly done, that we hardly ever get investments, even from our own family members if they had money. Yet, in countries like Philippines, people are getting huge investments from people from other countries. So that is an area that will be covered by David Compton. David Compton is a very accomplished real estate trainer. He, as a matter of fact, gets paid between $15,000 to $50,000 an hour for speaking about real estate, and he's been doing this for close to 40 years. He's been that's what he does. He only teaches real estate. He trains. He's a coach in the state of Arizona and California. He does also do some work in the state of Texas, but he has written many, many materials that are being used across the country, across the United States for real estate professionals. The fourth and last aspect is going to be real estate structuring and real estate financing, how to get financing for your real estate deals. And I want to talk just a little bit about myself here. And I came to this country about more than 20 years ago, and fairly quickly I got somebody who mentored me on how to participate in real estate economy. After shadowing the guy for a while, I realized that he was buying real estate without spending a single dollar of his own. And I know when I say this in Africa, people think, oh, you must be out of your mind. How can you do that? Think about it this way. If you want to buy a stock at the stock market in Nigeria, in Lagos, if you are to spend 1 million naira in buying that stock, you will invest the entire 1 million naira. You have no choice. 1 million. If you want to buy a house for 1 million naira in Nigeria, assuming there are such houses, it's your choice. You may actually spend the entire 1 million naira to buy a house, or you may go to those annoyingly expensive and whatever mortgages in Nigeria, unfortunately, and it's not just in Nigeria, it's all over Africa, but put a down payment of 40%, I'm assuming, or whatever it is, the down payment in Nigeria could be about 40%, and then which would be 40 million naira, 400,000 naira, and you get a house worth 100 million naira. So what does that mean? Your 100 million naira would go a long way. If you spend the entire amount to put down payment across the board, you'll be able to buy an asset worth maybe 400 million naira. Well, maybe depending on the down payment, how much the down payment is in Nigeria. When you actually spent 1 million naira to buy a stock worth 1 million naira. So using the same knowledge, you can actually, in Nigeria, and in this case, I mean in Nigeria or any other country in Africa, you can actually buy the property spending zero of your own money, meaning leveraging that property to buy to buy it, so to speak. That's one of the things we will be talking about. If you are a huge investor who is doing huge deals, building hundreds and thousands of homes or commercial buildings, or uh, strip malls or whatever it is, you may want to actually find financing from other countries. If you go across Lagos and Abuja, I guarantee you the largest buildings there are financed by foreign money. The only thing is, the guy who does that is not going to tell you how. We will. All right. So we will show you how you can structure your deals and solicit foreign financing for large investments. That's one of the things that we'll be doing in that event. The other question that Muyiwa asked is, will participants of these events be able to get mentorship, be able to learn other stuff, and so on and so forth? Yes, and I know Michael did answer part of the question. Yes, this is just the beginning. We do a lot of events, free events, as a matter of fact, and call people from all over the place to come and speak, especially from here in the US, because again, the real estate market is a bit more developed here than it is back home in Africa. So people who participate in this event are going to get access to Michael and get access to Shoma, get access to Muyiwa, and get access to everybody else within the family. And we call ourselves a family. And anything that comes up, we do events, by the way, once a month, events that are cover across the continent. And most of these events are free. And most of the names you see in the events you're probably going to be very familiar with them. Uh, you know, because many of them are going to be people you see on your TV stations and on your TV screens across the continent. So yes, in that regard, then you'll get access to all the resources that we offer. Most of them are going to be free. 99.9% of these are going to be free. So basically, that's what we have to offer. Again, thank you very much. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys at the event. Bye bye now.